A lot of us are being mouth breathers. Breathing through your mouth to cut your life expectancy by 10 years. It changes the structure of your mouth. It pushes your teeth out. It make you talk different. It give you rotten tongue. It give you thrust on the mouth. It messes with your circadian rhythm when you're trying to go to sleep. That's why they even created some type of band-aids and stuff or tape that you can literally close your mouth with when you're sleeping.
It's the latest social media trend, taping your mouth shut to get a better night's sleep. But some doctors are sounding the alarm.
It's the latest wellness craze.
You will have the best sleep of your entire life.
Putting tape on your mouth for a better night's sleep.
Because they have figured out that with mouth breathing, you don't get delta wave sleep. Delta wave sleep is a deep sleep you get to regenerate and heal your body. Because most of the healing process go on when you're in your sleeping stage. But you can't get that when you're not actually going into them deep realms of sleep and you're producing something called delta waves. The lack of oxygen is what messes with your sleeping pattern. The lack of oxygen is what kills you. Oxygen is used to actually create something called glutathione. Glutathione is actually a detoxification mechanism in the body. It opens up something called the NRF2 pathways of the cells. These pathways are made for the cells can get out what they eaten. Just like you have to eat, and then after you eat, you have to go defecate. You have 150 trillion cells in your body that have to eat, drink, and defecate as well. The only thing about you is when you defecate, you have the luxury of getting up, walking with your legs, and going to the bathroom. Your cells that make up you don't have the capability of doing that, so they poop on top of them cells. Now, if you look at what poop is actually all the toxins or the metabolic byproducts of the things you've been eating. So these things are very acidic in form and in nature. So imagine a cell pooping on top of itself and it's full of acids. It begins to break the cell down. It breaks down the integrity of the cells. It breaks down the mucosa membrane of the cells. And then it's so hot it starts sucking and depriving the cells of all this oxygen. Then mucus gonna come in and try to save its day, which it do more fucking harm than good. Even though mucus is a defense, it does its job too well. So now mucus gonna come, it covers up the cell full of oxygen, then starts suffocating the cell more. So when the cell gets suffocated from all the oxygen, it says, oh shit, I need to do something or I'm gonna die. So what it does is it gets signals to all the other cells to tell the cells what to do, so they start reproducing themselves quicker because they don't want to all die off. Now you have cells going through cellular mitosis or meiosis, dividing when they're not supposed to be dividing and repopulating. That's called cellular growth. Now on top of that, it still got to get energy for the cell can do its everyday function, but remember, you need oxygen molecule to do all of these energies. So it would do something and it will go an anaerobic route, meaning it don't need oxygen to get ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. That's the highest form of energy currency. Without that, we wouldn't even be here. We would be dead without this signal, because this signal is actually what gives our body the fuel and energy to wake up in the morning and do our everyday life processes. So instead, it gives you something called ADP, adenosine diphosphate. So the triphosphate, it has more energy to yield in the cell. But when you can't use oxygen, the body just get to pick up the pieces with whatever it get. You're kind of like a homeless man. Homeless man eat out the trash can because he got to eat. Same thing with the cells. When they can't get oxygen, they can't get that rich food, they're like, well, f it, I'm finna go eat out the trash can. So they take an anaerobic way and they use the bacteria of the cells to form energy to give them ADP. This go through something called a Krebs cycle and lactic acid. So it have to build up more acid, and they use this lactic acid to form energy. Remember, acids burns the cell, and that's where the disease come in at. So when you look at what cancer is the body being deprived of oxygen and it's trying to heal itself, so it take another currency of energy. So even when you look at cancer, it's the body trying to heal itself.